Allow me to introduce you to April Mason, who I believe to be one of these guru life coaches. It's really interesting to me how when it comes to the female empowerment industry, it is truly self-sustaining because all these bras really do is sit down and sell each other the same bullshit that they've been selling each other for years now. And I mean, it's work. It's apparently a rather lucrative industry. But she dropped this video, and one of the staples of this channel here is response videos. I felt as if, I've been doing a lot of news lately, haven't particularly been up on responses, even though, as we see all the time, there's no shortage of people out there saying some really, really ridiculous shit. So she dropped this video. When he asked, "What do you bring to the table?" A short answer, a womb. That's it. Done. At our pure biological base, a womb to bear and carry children, and thusly keep the human species, the human race alive and thriving. But us here in the West, we are so poisoned, we are so misguided and misdirected and misled that it really has gotten super complicated at a completely superficial level. But without further ado, first, okay, really quickly, yeah, like she wouldn't catch strokes. It'd be like a couple pumps, not particularly strokes, but yeah, I mean, she hasn't opened the mouth yet. Once she does, yeah, that definitely is going to just drop like an anchor. But either ways, let's get into this.
What somebody say? I hear you, but women got to bring something to the table. That's where you men miss it. A woman does not have to bring finances to the table for a man that says, "I want to marry you, but I need your money to take care of you."
Deal is that in this economy, yeah, you do. Like, I'm sorry. Like, she's like, "Oh yeah, well, a man," and so thusly, and what the one thing she'll never point out, and this has been a reality on this channel for a very long time, that the push to get females more decent paying jobs has been going on since the 70s and 80s, and thusly they've created all these different bureaucratic jobs, paperwork and the like, to really bolster the female spending power. It's really capitalism in mass, which has absolutely nothing to do with biology, because our biological senses is, hey, if I like it, I'm stiffening up or I'm moistening down, and it's on, right? But that doesn't particularly lend itself to the current world in which we habitate.
A woman is the table. A woman's feminine energy does ignite you. It's the fact that she is a woman with some sense, a woman that can guide, a woman that
She about to say lead, isn't she? Hold on.
Nurture, a woman that's resilient, a woman that's resourceful. All you men that out here.
How many of those women exist though? Think about that. I mean, yeah, they're always quick to toss out these saying all these words, right? Like, oh, a woman that's resourceful, a woman can do this, and a woman can do that. As far as being resourceful goes, I mean, she could just go and trick, right? Like, what I'm saying? like slanging the cat is not particularly being resourceful. I mean, it is, but at the same time, it's like, within the confines of a monogamous relationship, not even close. But she says the woman is the table. No, you are the womb. You are the eggs. Like, you bring the eggs, I bring the batter, we gonna get together and make a cake, right? Like, that's what it is. It is a collaborative it's a collaborative effort. It's supposed to be a collaborative effort. Unfortunately, after, the past 30 years of, oh yeah, girls, go ahead. You're the same as boys. You can do the exact same things men do. No, it's not about, yeah, you can compete with them. You can compete with the men. It's just like, well, no, not really. And you really shouldn't try, but there's tons that do, and you know what, the opportunity is there for them, and I wouldn't deny them that for all the rules in the world. But what comes along with that is this more expensive and detailed life that we have to live, and with those expenses going up, then shoot, yeah, you need two breadwinners in a household. Sorry, darling.
She got to bring something to the table, and you're looking for a woman to bring money to the table. You're looking.
Yes, because life is expensive, bitch. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you're looking to a woman to bring money to the table? Yeah, I mean, particularly those who like to, talk about how, oh, I got my own. But the deal is that, and here's where the biology really gets lost, because what she wants is someone making as much or not more than her, so she can basically live off him. Particularly when she gets pregnant, if she gets pregnant and the like, and that career has to take has to take a backseat.
Or a roommate is what you're looking for. I've never had a man or ever dated a man that needed me for money, that needed me what I brought to the table.
How old is this broad? Because she sounds like she's probably like, maybe like quote unquote black don't crack, right? So, maybe she might be like early 40s or something like that, something along those lines. I really have no idea as to the intricacies of her personal life. I just know she, like myself, is on the internet, talking about how this crazy 2020 world that we're stepping into has played out, and she's just like, oh, I've never been with men. Who you been with? Like, I mean, let's be real. But thusly, it's the difference between the way a man thinks and a woman thinks. And I assume she thinks she's talking to men here, but sweetheart, you are a woman. You are not to teach. You are not to guide. You are not to lead. Thusly, it's all just kind of pitter patter. It's all just gibberish. But let's continue. But I find it entertaining, so let's continue.
Had nothing to do with finances. What made them fall in love with me, what made them want to marry me, had nothing to do with money, because I was attracting them like that wanted me. They had millions of dollars and I had no money. They didn't.
No, yeah, you had a vagina. You have a vagina, the womb. That's what you bring to the table, supposedly. Because guess what? That male attention that you were getting, ultimately it was about wanting to dump a load in you.
Want me for that, but what they saw was, I had one tell me, I'll give y'all this quick story.
Oh yes, please. Let's hear the bullshit that she's been told over the course of her lifetime.
I was 25 at the time, 3 babies. I didn't have a lot. I was living kind of sort of in the hood. I met this man. He had the #1 jazz station on the radio at the time. And he saw the woman that I am today in me then.
Honestly, April, I like this just came across the timeline. I don't particularly know the type of woman that you are today, but it sounds like some old player, like some old player went and tried and I guess tossed a couple bucks behind her, gave a couple dollars, got her on her feet.
I just wasn't wise enough to marry him when he asked, because I was like, I don't want to marry him. I had all of this extra mouth, right? But he didn't need me for no money. And I remember when I turned 40, he
oh wow, so when she turned 40, so she's, oh my goodness, okay. So I mean, I'm really curious as to what the jazz dude, like the jazz station owner. I'm really curious as to how old he was, because he was more than likely like probably. If she talking about her 40s, he's probably in his 60s, something like that, and definitely in advanced age, because she's talking about from 25 to 40. So for like 15 years, this man, he was definitely beating them guts in. So what?
Unboxing you on Facebook. He said, hey babe, he said, it's been a minute. He said, but the woman that you are today is the woman that I saw you at when you were 25, which is why I wanted to marry. He said, I saw all you needed was a stable home. You needed some.
How old is this broad? In a stable home? See, that's the thing. You know what? Let's continue.
I need to love on you and protect you, and you might have gotten to where you are a lot sooner. He said, and I said, well, what was it that you wanted from me? He said, you inspired me to whatever this thing you got. It inspired me to want to go bigger and better. He said, it's your mind. It was your energy. He said, you didn't even.
So basically, his simp and her like his simp energy. Because he was trying to, I guess, get her to marry him. I know he was definitely catching the cat. So, but as far as like getting her to like, to commit to him and the like I guess his simp energy just went completely bananas for. And like, how old is this woman? See, that's the thing about these wigs, man. Black really don't crack, apparently. Cause like she looked like I said 40s, but she's like when she turned 40, so thusly she's past 40. My goodness.
Know what you were walking in when you were 25. He said, that's why I wanted to marry you. And he told me, he said, I don't believe I would be as sick as I am now if we would have got married because of the type of nurturing woman that you are.
What? So is the guy dying? Like what? Okay. What just happened? There's a lot of holes in this story.
So for me, I never dated men that needed me for money. Even when I was broke,
She literally talking about like one dude, but at the same time, who's your baby father? Like you just said you had like 3 kids, right? So who's your baby father? Like that because the deal is that the guy that put the babies in you was the one that was supposed to, help nurture you to the point that I guess you're so proud of yourself. But But this is just some random dude, like way after the fact. She's like 25 with 3 kids. My goodness, and now she out here telling the new hoes how to do it. How she like swung getting a pretty decent apartment. I don't know.
I've dated men. I don't even attract men that need me for money. I had one tell me recently, Abraham.
You passed mega past the wall. Trust me, you're not attracting that. Like I said myself, like yo, like I wouldn't like a couple pumps, but then she opened her mouth, right? It's like, okay, yeah, completely gone.
I don't care about how much money you got. How can you amplify what I got? So for me, I just don't attract those kind. But so a lot of men equate a woman bringing something to the table as money. Not my men.
Not my men. Okay, like, by all means, please put these men on camera. Like there will be men throughout the course of a female's life who will kick a paper and stuff like that and just make sure she alright because it's a gentlemanly thing to do. But for the most part, ain't really with her like that. Can you dig it?
They don't, because they don't need me for that. They already have that, and they don't need no 50-50, and no, they don't need me to go have. What they need me for is the feminine essence.
The feminine essence, oh my god. Somebody come get their auntie. Yo, somebody come get their aunt.
They need my presence. They need my enlightenment, my insightfulness, my wisdom.
Your vagina. Okay, they just trying to clap cheeks, particularly like past that point. I mean, she's way past the wall. So this is just a pincushion. This is just a pincushion running its mouth for the most part. Like, sweetheart, you can be Nino Brown rather easily. Make no mistake. Just because that dude supposedly told you that, oh my goodness, if you married me because of your nurturing spirit, oh my, I wouldn't be sick right now. I'd be a bill of health. Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, what am I watching?
My femininity, my sensuality, my classiness, my ability to strategize, my ability to create.
I want you guys to pay attention to her voice because it is a voice of a female with a masculine mindset. Make no mistake. She's like quote unquote dolled up right now, but yeah, this is just a wolf in sheep's clothing for the most part.
That's what they needed from me. And all of the sexy choppiness on their own too. They like that too. But they didn't need me for no money. They needed me as the inspiration or the muse that ignited whatever they needed.
So deal is that we about done here. We about to wrap this one up because she is just like trying to bask in her femininity and her feminine wiles. And yes, I am an inspiration. I am the muse. And you know what? It goes back to something that my father said to me a very long time ago. If God ever made anything better than a woman, he kept it for himself. Like the battery that a woman can put in a man's back is fantastical. And you know what? It's not a sentiment that's not agreed upon. But guess what? We don't live in that world anymore. Sorry, Miss Mason. We do not live in that. Oh my goodness, yes, I don't need. Not with the way that they think. How many jazz radio station owners do you think exist, sweetheart? Come on. let's be real. The game's changed completely. And this mindset that, oh no, like women, you just bring, you know what I'm saying? I myself recognize and know like the womb is the main function when it comes to the, the ambitions of a gentleman, right? But at the same time, there's also reality that needs to be addressed and needs to be taken care of. And there's a biological reality that needs to be adhered to as well. They're sitting here talking like and baby father ain't coming up. No matter if I press play again, no matter what, baby father ain't coming up. The person who injected her with children and what the hell happened to those kids, I'd be curious to know, but I'm not that curious because, like I said, this video came across the timeline, and I'm not about to sit here and go into this broad backlog or catalog. So with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like. Dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and you want to get videos like this every single day. Share because sharing is caring. And YouTube and BitChute and like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here. Bang the bell for notifications and speak. Let me know. What do you think in the comments? Women aren't the table. Okay, the table is the table, sweetheart. And what you had to do back in 1935 is a whole lot different than what's popping off in 2019 going on 2020. But you guys may disagree. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And until the next one.